Talvex. This is going to be a short one. I'm just going to wait a few minutes, see if anybody comes in the room. It's already late, so I already know maybe they ain't going to be coming in. I just want to share something with you. I just wanted to share something with you. Hold on. Uh, okay, we're back. 1 minute 38 seconds. Young King back in. Anuha back in. Just let's wait a couple more. Just a minute. Believe you me, I'm gonna have you off of here like in 5 minutes. It's 10 minutes, but you need to see what I want to show you. Um, we're at 2 minutes 16 seconds. Hold on. Cam Johnson, Tal Vex, glad you came back. Listen, I'm not gonna keep you guys. You're gonna be able to do your thing immediately. Just give me a little time. We're at 3 minutes. We'll start in 6 minutes. 'Cause I want people. I want people. I would like people to hear this. We're at 3 minutes 30 something seconds. Mosquitoes. Young King. We're at 4 minutes. They got 2 more minutes and we start. And I promise you, it's only gonna be a couple minutes. But not that you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna like it. You put it in your memory banks. 4 minutes, 37 seconds. Okay. All right, we're gonna start. And let me put this out. 5 minutes. I'm gonna start. Fair use, fair use. I want to keep my word. Listen, they put it in water. You know, my notes are my videos are my notes. When people send me things, and I think it's noteworthy to for for me to know, for you to know. Listen, how many times have I told you throughout my videos? See, that's why I like that. My videos are a record of what I said, where my mind is at. So, I've said, the Most High said in Ezekiel chapter 7, said, I'm going to bring the worst of the heathens to possess your house. He says in Daniel 4:17, I'm putting the basis of men in charge. That's the lowest in all areas, morality, physicality, the lowest of, I'm going to put that guy in charge. He says in Daniel chapter 9, he says, what I'm going to do to Israel has not been done in the earth. He's going to put no people, a foolish nation over us that's going to rule us without mercy, demonically to the moon. And the Most High did just that. And, since the Most High put them in charge, they are slaves on the loose. In Lamentations 5, it says, for woe, the crown has fallen from our heads. We have sinned. And now the slaves rule over us. That's what it says. And the slaves rule over us. In Ecclesiastes 10, verse 7, it says, I see the servants, the slaves, I see the servants riding upon horses. When you see something on a horse, it means authority and power. I see the slaves riding on horses, and the princes, not princesses, the prince with an S, walking, trading places. He did the worst to us. He said, because in Deuteronomy 30, he said, because you made me jealous. You follow the culture and you want to be like these heathen Gentiles, which I told you in Isaiah 40, and you haven't listened because a lot of you guys don't read. He says the Most High is describing the servants and slaves he put over us. He's describing the bases of men he put over the world system, who are your perpetual enemy, who has perpetual hatred towards you. He put them over us. You forgot what he said in Isaiah 40? He says, for all the nations are as a drop that falleth from the bucket. The small dust of the balance, considered of every little thing. All nations before him are as nothing, less than nothing in vanity. So he put nothing and vanity over you in all areas of your life, socially, economically, mentally, periodically. And I don't mean periodically short term. I mean, periodicals are newspapers and informational sources. You go on the internet, whatever. Who is portrayed as the top person, the top nations on the earth? It ain't you, Negro. It's the pale albino one. And they come in all shades. They come with eyes like that and just crazy Wonder Bread skin and all that stuff. They put them over you. Those are the bases of men. That's your punishment. That's our punishment. But hopefully we're coming to the end of it. So he put the bases of men. Iconoclasm, what they did is, when the Renaissance, the Dark Ages, we ruled, or the Negro types ruled the earth. Europe, where the Indians, where the Australians, the Aborigines, everything, South Pacifics, where Russia, everything. They came after. How many times I told you that the Indo-Europeans, the original Europeans are Negro. The Indo-Europeans are these Johnny-come-latelys. They have a gene in them. It's called SLC24A5 gene. You can check it out. Check it out for yourself. It's the gene from the zebrafish that you find in the oceans. How could people have a zebrafish animal gene in it. I'll wait. When the American Association of the Advancement of Science, they called all the world-renowned geneticists around the world and said, hey, we want to do a test of intelligence. We're going to see how many strands in the helix, the chromosome helix, that primates have and different racial groups have. And I know they're probably their underlying motive because they've been taught lies. You know, Jeremiah said, they're gonna say it. You keep this video. The heathen's gonna say, we inherited lies from our fathers. That's what they're gonna say. Because when the American Association in 1996 did the study, they studied orangutans. They had 3 strands of DNA in their chromosome helix. Then they did the gorilla. He had 4 strands, so he's smarter than the orangutan. Then they did the chimpanzee. He had 5 strands, so he's smarter than both of them. But then when they did the Indo-European types, the people that have pale skin, they had 6 strands. They had 1 strand higher than the chimpanzee, but they call us monkeys. And then when they did the Negro types, they had 9 strands. So guess what they did? They erased the paperwork that they said, we're going to publish this work findings when we're done. They said, no, we ain't. We're going to copyright it. And you didn't see it in any college, any medical journal. You didn't see it in any public school system, nowhere. But you heard it here at Hebrew on the island too. And the Negro scientists got those papers, translated it because they wrote it in scientific jargon where the regular guy that's not a scientist won't be able to understand it. Because say, oh, the Negro got 9 strands. So this is what this video is about, and it's going to be short. I just want to show you some clips that relate to this, what I'm showing you. And it's on my phone. Fair use, fair use. It's a short clip, a couple minutes, maybe a minute or 2. And I'm going to show you, read something real quick, and then it'll be over with. You're going to get it after then. And listen, if you think for any second that our enemies don't know this, I'm not talking about the middle class level, the second tier of the heathen Gentiles. They are brainwashed in the matrix. The poor, they're brainwashed in the matrix. And even the rich, the ultra rich and all that, they know this stuff. They hide it because they have an agenda. They have to push that narrative that the Negro is the dumbest. He's at the bottom. We're the Jewish people. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We are Nicholas Tesla. We are Beethoven, Mozart. We're Einstein. We're everything. And there are the super predators. They're the cause of all the world problems. That's why the heathens say, that's why we teach you to hate them. But they hide this that I'm going to reveal to you. But it's getting, remember, we're living in the end times. Everything is coming out at the end. So listen. So remember when you watch this, SLC24A5 gene inside of them, a zebrafish, an animal gene in them. How I got there? That's another video. I want to keep this video down. I said I'm going to be a very short time, so I'm not going to go deep into that. Check it out. Fair use, fair use. Fair use, hold on.
Si quieres tener éxito, nunca te sientas inferior a aquellos que se creen superiores a ti.
Forget about that. Forget about that. It should come on.
La lluvia que cae desde lo alto siempre termina
Forget
en
about
nuestros
that.
pies. No te enamores de la mujer más bella del mundo.
Hold on. Here you go.
Richard King reveals that the core of the human brain is the locus coeruleus, which is a structure that is black because it contains large amounts of neuromelanin, which is essential for its operation. 2, black infants sit, crawl, and walk sooner than whites. 3, Carol Barnes notes that human mental processes are controlled by melanin. that same chemical which gives blacks their superior physical and mental abilities. 4. Some scientists have revealed that most whites are unable to produce melanin because their pineal glands are often calcified or non-functioning. Pineal calcification rates with Africans are 5 to 15%, Asians 15 to 25%, and Europeans 60 to 80%. This is the chemical basis for the cultural differences between blacks and whites. And 5, melanin endows blacks with greater mental, physical, and spiritual abilities, something which cannot be measured based on Eurocentric standards. End quote. Let that sink in. Melanin endows black people with greater mental, physical, and spiritual abilities.
Listen to it again.
Richard King reveals that the core of the human brain is the locus coeruleus, which is a structure that is black because it contains large amounts of neuromelanin, which is essential for its operation. 2, black infants sit, crawl, and walk sooner than whites. 3, Carol Barnes notes that human mental processes are controlled by melanin, that same chemical which gives blacks their superior physical and mental abilities. 4, some scientists have revealed that most whites are unable to produce melanin because their pineal glands are often calcified or non-functioning. Pineal calcification rates with Africans are 5 to 15%, Asians 15 to 25%, and Europeans 60 to 80%. This is the chemical basis for the cultural differences between blacks and whites. And 5, melanin endows blacks with greater mental, physical, and spiritual abilities, something which cannot be measured based on Eurocentric standards. End quote. Let that sink in. Melanin endows black people with greater mental, physical, and spiritual abilities. Richard King reveals that the core of the human brain is the locus.
Okay. Wait. And then I'm gonna end it. I want you to hear this one too. Fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use.
You said it's alien.
Yeah, aliens. And all alien mean is, so Elion is a Hebrew word. That's where they get aliens from. It's really El Elyon. And that just means of the Most High God. Technically, we are aliens. And that's why they studying us. That's why they stealing our melanin. That's why they trying to understand the functioning of our biological vehicles. That's why they can't understand our circadian rhythm, our biological clocks. We are the most different species of humans that the planet ever had. We're so different than them. Our teeth are shorter than theirs. Their teeth are wider and longer. Their canines are longer than our canines. Their hydrochloric acid inside their stomach is hotter than ours.
I'm talking about white people.
I'm talking about white people. They produce an acidic enzyme in their mouth. We produce an alkaline enzyme in our mouth called amylase and amylose and trypsin. They can break down proteins and meats. Our stomachs can't break down proteins and meats because the pepsin and the hydrochloric acid doesn't get hot enough to break it down. They digestive system can go through something called putrefactions, or can't. Ours go through something called fermentation. A lot of them grow tails. Their hair grow towards the earth or towards the ground. It curls and it grows towards the sun. We have high melanin content inside of our melanin. We have something called selenium. They have low melanin content inside their melanin. They have something called ammonia. And they have a high sulfur concentration inside their cells. And that's why when they get hot, when it get hot outside, they get colder. Or if it get cold outside, they get hotter. That's why you can see a white man running in Daisy Duke shorts in the middle of the winter when it's 20 below freezing. He got on a tank top and he hot. Or when they get hot and they get around water, it changes and the sulfur mixed with ammonia and it gives off this actually canine smell. And that's why they say they smell like wet dogs. You see, this is all scientifically proven. And I'm not saying that to talk about them or nothing like that. I'm saying this to say this. We are biochemically different, and our molecular structure is structured different, and most of our cells function different. If you look at the vaginal canal of a black woman, she have more diverse bacteria inside her vagina than an actual white woman. We have something called HeLa cells, Henrietta Lacks cells, where the black woman have immortal cells that doesn't die. but theirs die every 40 days. That's why if you see a black woman vagina, she is more prone to what you would call bacterial disorders, or what they would call yeast disorders and yeast infections, than a white woman. Or these really yeast infections, or it's a really diverse portfolio of bacteria, and these bacteria know how to accumulate when acids is in the system. And that's why I said we have to change the curriculum books, and we need our own education books, we need our own curriculum books, we need our own culture, we need our own teachers and everything, because we are our own biological entities, and we operate very, very different from anybody else on a cellular molecular structure. We are different. We think different. We come from melanin. We act black, we think black, we look black, we come from black. We get the curses of the black people and of so-called black people and everything. So
You said it's alien.
All right, so listen, and remember what I told you. Remember what I told you. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. Don't throw the baby out of the bathwater. I don't support him. Some of the things he said were in science. I like science. Not science that they're teaching you in your college or your junior high, high school, whatever. A lot of that's false. But I like science and alternative health. I have an alternative health book on Amazon. I'm into that. It's science. What his messianic type of Hebrew brain, I'm not down for it. Even some of his alternative stuff, I don't agree. He's very knowledgeable, but I don't agree. And all his other stuff, I just wanted you to hear that portion. Listen, people, you have to start to think more than one-dimensional. You can't have this tunnel vision where, oh, he said this. Like I showed you in that, not the last video, which was only about 10 minutes ago, the one why I made that last video a couple minutes ago, the one video before that where I tell you to be careful who you listen to. Now, I didn't even have to show it to you. Oh, because the guy's wicked or he's bad. No, chew the meat, spit out the bones. Don't throw the baby out the bathwater. I'm giving you an example. What this guy, i.s.u.p.k, or whatever his name is, the alternative health guy, herbal guy, I don't believe anything he says about the law, the Tanakh. He's not a teacher. He may think he is because he knows a lot about health, so he'll think he knows a lot about the law. Like the guy I made the last video on, he doesn't know about the law either. He may have heard one or two things, a couple things, and he thinks, oh, since I'm smart with alternative health, I know everything about. No, he doesn't know either. And I didn't put the video on to tell anybody that he's a good guy or anything. That little segment of what he's giving a comparison in an alternative science way, that's all I'm showing. See, I have to explain everything to everybody because, people go off to the left quick. Like, oh, no, I don't support him at all. Is this the clip? Just like the news reporter. You think because I had him talking, I support him? Carlson Tucker? No. I'm showing a clip of a certain thing he said that's to relate to my video. I don't support him biblically in the Tanakh. I don't support him with his lifestyle. I'm showing you a segment to correlate it to the video. Hopefully I explained that enough. So me showing the black guy, Yaqub or whatever, Yaqub or whatever his name is, I'm not promoting him in the least. Anyway, now let me go to the clip. I had to explain that because I saw something on the chat and I don't know what is in everybody's mind. Yaqub Awaken, I don't support him. But guess what? The science section that he's talking about, Negro types are different. Yes, they are scientifically. I'm not just a co-help. I'm into science too. And what he said about that section is true. That's all. All right, now I'm going to show you this article. You can look at this article yourself. It's small. I don't know. You'll be able to read it. Wait till the glare goes off, and then I'll read it, and I'll bring this video to a close. Yeah, you can read it. You start reading it. I'll wait. When I upload this video, you can go back and write the title down. You see it right there. So you'll be able to freeze it. Or what it says, lead contamination in Flint, Michigan drinking water. Lead contamination in drinking water. This is old. Somebody's gonna say, "Well, that was we know about that." Why I'm sharing this with you? Why I'm sharing this with you? Because they didn't just put lead in the water, and it wasn't just Flint, Michigan. It was all in the ghettos for years and years and years. That's why some of you guys only can think one-dimensional. That's why you guys find it, well, why I can't comprehend all the math? Like this heathen Gentile over here, this Charlie type with the eyes funny guy, or guy with a dot on his head. Why is it so hard for me to get it? Why I can get some of it, but I can't get all of it. Like myself, I did pretty good in math, not the best, no. And I had high math and I had high science. I had advanced biology, not biology just one. I had advanced biology 2. That's hard. I had physics. I had that stuff. And it was hard for me, but I passed all of them and I did pretty good in some of them. So physics was very hard for me because my math is not strong. But I had all the hard math and passed all of them. I failed one time, but after that, I passed all of them. That's how I was able to take physics and stuff like that, and chemistry and all that stuff. And got B's in it. C pluses and B's in it. So, but I still feel I was smarter than that. Smarter than them other guys, those heathens. I felt something. You know why? Because I was born in 1965 and there's lead paint everywhere, falling old apartments. You think that they just put lead water in Flint, Michigan? I'm telling you, wake up. Wake up. They've been putting it in for decades because they know what that first video I showed you about the melanin. And I told you about the intelligence test. Like heathen Gentiles, this is what they'll say. Well, you guys are smart. You think you're smart. No, Nicholas Tesla is the Negro guy. Your George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, all of them are Negro guys. Your Beethoven, Mozart, all Negro guys. You whitewashed history. It's called iconoclasm. Of course, you're not going to tell us you did that. And since you've been putting all the lead and other mercuries in the food and the formaldehyde and everything wicked in our food, air, and water, and it transfers from the mother to the kids, and on and on and on. Well, there's your answer to why sometimes our SAT scores is not that high. And we still, guess what? Negro women are the highest educated in America and probably the world. Because you can't defeat us. We're the ones with that selenium melanin. We're the ones that are the apple of the Most High's eye. We're the one you read in Amos 3. Out of all the families of the earth, only Israel have I known. We're the people you read in Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 15. I had a love for their fathers to love them and their seed after them under the whole heaven, even to this day. Deuteronomy 7, you are above all the people on the face of the earth. Exodus 19, you are my peculiar treasure. Listen, I can go on and on and on, but I promise this video is going to be short. So with all the lead in the water, all the food and the poisons and the things in the arm, it still can't defeat us. We still are thinking, because we already know those black inventions, they hit it, stole all the patents. All the greatest things on the earth were done by Negro people. Tucker Carlson was like, did you hear that? That can't be true because I went to Yale or whatever college he went to. Yeah, because you got the different shot when you came out of between your nasty mother's legs and she birthed you. You know, because when Negroes came out, they give them a different vaccine. You know, when you have the babies, they say, oh, before the baby leave, you know, you need all these shots and stuff. They got special, remember, The Most High put the worst of the heathens, put the lowest of the heathens in charge of us. That's just what facts are. So don't feel bad. You go, damn, why didn't I pass the promotional exam? These niggas been working to get you from the beginning, which is the Most High's plan. It's part of the punishment. But in all these last days, things are coming out. Here at Hebrew on the Island too, I'm going to share it with you. I promise. That's all I wanted to show you. That's all I wanted to show you. So you have it in your head. Let me read a couple of these comments and we'll call it quits. I'm keeping my promise. Okay, okay. Tabex Anuha, 602 videos. I'm happy to be back. PM Johnson, great to have you. Thank you for coming back on the second video. Beautiful words, sister. KOI Oklahoma caught this one. Shalom. Peace unto you, Tavex. Great to have you. Shalom, Elder. My email is hiswill128012 at gmail. I want to talk. Okay. Anua, put my email in. Yahweh portion, you can email me. Anua, please put my email in. Yahweh portion, take my email. You can send me an email. I'm not gonna read it probably tonight because I'm tired. I just came back from my little trip back to my house, and my food is ready to cook, and it's late. But I will read it and respond back. I'm looking for your specific version of the Tanakh. Listen, this one is an old one. I'll be honest with you. I go on YouTube, on Amazon. I can't find it. This is an old one. You know, you hardly can even see it. But it's a JPS. But apparently, it's maybe like an older version, a previous one that came out. This one is old. I look on it. I can't find it. Like you can't even see the words on the front of it. You know, and I bought it used. I didn't buy it new. So, but JPS version of it. Okay, let me go. Iron sharpens iron, correct. Welcome back. Thanks, Anua. Lessons. You're welcome. Okay. Monkeys have straight hair. We have afros, correct, JD. Psalm 86:9. Deuteronomy 28, 43, 46, 49, 52. We're oppressed. Two types of people, correct. Real fair use. What's up? Hope all is well. He good took a job that messed up his recording schedule, but he's fishing that job up and getting back in the IPT really soon. That's why they pump drugs into our neighborhood. Yes. And you think you're getting the same drug as that Caucasian guy. Let's lace this with dum-dum substance. That's what I'm telling you. The thing is, you don't know the extent of our enemy. Our key awakening is wicked and trash. I hope our people don't fall. And I already explained that. I'm giving a part on the science part, and I study science. So what he's talking about, Negro people and melanin, that part is true. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm not telling anybody to watch that guy, listen to anybody like that or anything like that. All right, Torah, boom. Yeah, he go hard, can't lie, but he's all over the place. But now he's going over. All right, yeah, and that's what chew the meat, spit out the bones. Eat meat, spit out the bones. Yeah, don't get crazy with the stuff. Once you guys, sometimes you hear something, go, listen completely. I'm not telling anybody go to Yaki awakening or nothing. I just gave a little segment of the melanin, which if you look it up, it's correct what he just said. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. As I'm health-wise, facts is facts. Facts is facts. But when he gets to saying worship ancestors, yeah, he's a demon. I'm telling you, I don't like that. You think I'm looking at that? Somebody said, I tell you, people send me so many different videos. I'm just taking a clip of some of the meat that he said was good. Because he's mixing all up. He's into Egyptology and African ancestry. Well, I don't know what. I don't care. I'm not promoting him. Who's following men on here on this live chat? Yahweh portion. Hopefully, this is not going the same way. I hope not the same way as I had in my last video. I hope it's not. You're saying following people that talk, really study the Torah? Who are you talking about? Yahweh portion. Hope this is not, hopefully I won't be making another video. It may look harsh, but this is your brother, his will, with another implying ideas. So, why you got to follow the Most High's diet, Lord, damn near perfect. He's all knowing. He knows what makes our body. All right. All right. Let me get going because I don't want to get. Okay. No, you can get my email. Manua, if you don't know it, I'll write it in. No, Yahweh, you can email me. I'm busy, but I will get to your email. You can email me. Here's my email. You email me. I use JP here. Okay. Listen, I made a promise. This was 36 minutes. I didn't expect it to go that long. This is a new Yeshua Israel. Keep on the island too. Until next time. Mm.